But you so-called Jamaicans on this island, you guys will see sin and you will not correct it. That's why you continue to be put under the curses of the Most High. Deuteronomy 28:15. What is wrong with, matter of fact, Hosea? Give me Hosea 4:6. You got drug dealers on this very block selling drugs right in front of your place. And you people won't say a damn thing. That's why you continue to be destroyed as a nation of people. You will continue to be under the curses of the Most High God. Read what you got.
The book of Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
What is the knowledge that our people are destroyed? What is the knowledge that you so-called Jamaicans are destroyed for? Malachi 2, verse 7.
The book of Malachi chapter 2, verse 7. For the priest's lips shall keep knowledge.
So the priests are your pastors. The priests are supposed to be the ministers of God's words. Their lips are supposed to keep knowledge. We're going to read what is the knowledge that the Most High God is talking about.
For the priest's lips shall keep knowledge, and they shall seek the law at his mouth.
So you Jamaicans should supposed to seek the Lord, the Lord, the Lord, the laws of God. The laws of God is what is going to correct and fix our people. The laws of God is what's going to turn drug dealers into real men. Here we have people selling drugs right here on this corner behind this wall. But you so-called Jamaicans, you won't stand. You men are weak and effeminate as hell. You won't stand up for the oppression that your own people is doing against their own people. Read that again, Hosea 4, verse 6.
The book of Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
You hear that? God said his people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. The knowledge is God's laws. What? Who said that? You said I did a 666 hand gesture. Really? What is the 666 hand gesture? What does it mean? This? This? What's this? Where did you get that doctrine from? Come here, but I can barely hear you. Where did you get that doctrine from? Let me ask you something. What is 666? What does that mean? Huh? What is the mark of the beast? What is it? Okay, I'm going to come to you because you're speaking low. I can't hear you. So you said I did a 666 hand gesture. But before we elaborate on what that is, I want to ask you a question. What is the 666? What does it mean? And where did you get that doctrine from? So in the Bible, I can find that 666 is a hand gesture. That's what you're saying. Let's get it. Let's get it. Revelation. You're speaking about stuff you don't have a clue what you're talking about. That doctrine comes from white people, so-called white men. Because when you were born and raised, you didn't know what 666 is. That came from the so-called white man, and he pushed that lie in the Christian church. Let's read it. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark.
Stop. Now, it says he. He causes both the great and small to receive a mark. Who is the he talking about, sister? Because now we're in the book of Revelation. We're going to read about 666. But who is the he that is talking about? Huh? The who? Let's explain it for the sister. Who's an antichrist? Anti means against, the opposer. Who opposes Christ? Who is the man that opposes Christ? Read what you got. So we're about to prove what is the 666. You've been taught lies in your Christian churches all this time. The Antichrist was going to be explained right here. Read.
1 John 2, verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come.
Who is the Antichrist that came and oppressed you so-called Jamaicans? Who had you in slavery? Satan had you in slavery? Or was it a man? Who is the man or race of people that enslaved you so-called Jamaicans? Who is it? Who is it? Anybody in the audience got a clue? Anybody in the audience has any level of intelligence or education? What man enslaved you so-called Jamaicans? The who? Say it loud, sister. The white man. The white man enslaved you so-called Jamaicans, and he brought forth Christianity. Christianity. He enslaved you and brought forth this image right here. This image you put in your head.
Right.
This image you forced upon your ancestors to worship the image of the beast.
Right.
The image of the beast is a so-called white man. Caesar Borgia, son of Alexander, the Pope of the Sixth of Rome. This man right here is a real live man. He forced his doctrine upon your ancestors. He forced Christianity upon you. Read that again.
Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard, the Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists.
So there are not only one Antichrist, but many, because throughout the whole world, the predominant religion is Christianity. Look right here, what's the proof? You got so-called Chinese or Japanese people teaching black people about Christianity. When you look at the majority of these stores over here, they are ran by whom? Who owns these stores? So-called Chinese, so-called Japanese, so-called East Indians, so-called white people. You so-called Jamaicans, you don't own a damn thing. Who brings the resources into this country? The other nations. Who controls the importing and the exporting of these goods? The other nations.
Right.
Read it again. And it gave me 2 Thessalonians.
1 John, chapter 2, verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard, the Antichrist shall come.
So the Antichrist came when the Spanish came over here, conquered the Indians, and named this place Santiago. Then the British came over here, conquered them, and named it Jamaica. Jamaica. You were named by the British. And they themselves are the ones who taught you the religion you know today. Whether it's Seventh-day Adventists, whether it's Baptists, whether it's Pentecostal, but you can't find that in the Bible. Where in the Bible can you read where it says, God says to be a Baptist, or God says to be a Pentecostal? You can't read it. God calls you the Israelites. God calls you the Israelites from the tribe of Benjamin. Go to 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 3.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
God says, let no man deceive you by any means, even us. Everything we're telling you, you got to go home and do your own research. Are these brothers telling the truth, or are these brothers telling lies? Because you've been taught lies all your life.
Right.
Starting from the education system until now, into the media, everything. Everything you've been taught is lies. Your grandmother taught you lies. Your grandfather taught you lies. Your mother taught you lies. Your father taught you lies. But now you have men in front of you that's going to tell you the truth according to the Bible. Thus saith the Lord. Read that again.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come.
God says that day shall not come. Read.
But let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
So Paul is letting us know we shall not be deceived until there come a falling away first. What is the falling away first? When did we fall away as a people? Hold that, give me Luke 21. We fell away as a people in slavery. In slavery, that's when we fell away as a people. Luke 21, verse 20. Let's hear what Christ prophesied about. Because before we ended up in Africa, you Jamaicans who make up the tribe of Benjamin, according to the Bible, we were in Israel. Israel was our homeland. Not Africa, not Kenya, not Zimbabwe, but we were in Israel. Not Ethiopia either. Because you got the stupid, dumb, Haley, Rastafarian garbage in this land that your homeland is Ethiopia. That Rastafari, that Haile Selassie's Christ, that's a lie. And we could prove it out of the Bible.
Right. The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 20.
So we're about to prove the falling away first. What happened to our people? Why we are not in the land of Israel today? Christ told you.
And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies.
So Christ was telling the Israelites, the tribe of Benjamin, and the other tribes that you see on this sign right here. When you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, what armies was Christ talking about? What armies was Christ talking about? Anybody in the audience have a clue? Because this is your history. Christ was talking about the Roman army, the white man.
Right.
You think the white man only oppressed you today? What was back then is today. The so-called white man been oppressing us since the beginning of time. Read it again.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Know that the destruction is near.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
The mountains that we fled to, you don't gotta get. The mountains that we fled to is Egypt. Where is Egypt? What continent is Egypt on? Brother right there. What come here. What? All right, he doesn't know. Egypt is in North Africa. North Africa, right?
The motherland, brother, the motherland.
No,
Africa.
Egypt, no, Africa's not the motherland. Can you prove that in the Bible? Give me Galatians. So what do you mean level? What do you mean level? Is this a video game? Because I know in video games it's different level. So what do you mean?
Africa is the motherland.
How can you prove that?
Listen, we ain't born in Jamaica, all right? Africa is where all the slaves come from.
Okay, that's a good answer. However, where were we before Africa? Okay, now we're gonna show you.
Galatians 4 verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above is free, which is the mother of us all.
Jerusalem is the mother of us all. When you turn on the TV, right? You'll see so-called white people calling themselves Jewish with the funny hats on their head. And on the other side, you see the Palestinians, the Arabs. But none of them belong there. That's our homeland. We got kicked out of that land because we continue to break God's laws like we do today. We have our people in different religions. We have our brothers and sisters selling drugs right here in this corner. Those gentlemen with the hat right there selling drugs right in front of you, but you won't do a damn thing. You'll walk, you'll turn a blind eye, you won't say nothing. Then this is crack. Crack. This is crack too. This is drugs. This is your Jamaican brain on drugs, Christianity. This is garbage according to God. Because God did not give you Jamaicans different religion. That cross on your neck is garbage according to God. Yes. And we're going to prove it. We're going to prove it. Sit right there, we're going to prove it. Go back to Luke. Let's not
Luke 21 verse 20. And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
So sister, the Bible said when you see Jerusalem, you hear what Christ is saying, brother? When you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, know that the destruction is near. Read.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains. The mountains are in Egypt. The mountains are in Egypt. Let's prove that for him. Matthew 2:13. Let's not lose the point. We have to address that 666 thing. And then Officer Haim, you're going to come back up. Come on, Matthew 2:13. Where did the angel tell Mary to take her son, Jesus the Christ? Huh? Nope, not Bethlehem. Nope, we're going to read it.
The book of Matthew chapter 2 verse 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel...
Don't be looking at the sister's ass. That's another distraction. You got you got the word of God coming out, you're lusting. Concentrate on the word of God. Come on.
And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt.
Flee into Bethlehem.
And flee into Egypt.
Flee into Europe.
And flee into Egypt.
Take Christ, the black Messiah, and flee into Egypt, which is on the continent of Africa, amongst other dark nations. That's what the angel told Mary to do with Christ. Go back to Luke 21. Make it quick. Read through.
Luke 21 verse 21. Verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Flee to Egypt.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let it not them that are in their countries enter thereinto.
Christ is telling them, those that are outside of Jerusalem, don't come back, because destruction is coming. Read.
For these be the days of vengeance.
For these be the days of vengeance,
that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
That all things that are written may be fulfilled. Because it was written in the Old Testament that we had to go into captivity. You can read it in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, from the 15th verse to the 68th verse. The transatlantic slave trade is prophesied in the Bible. Read.
Verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
And they, the tribe of Benjamin, the Jamaicans, shall fall by the edge of the sword.
And shall be led away captive.
Shall be led away what?
And shall be led away captive.
Another word for captive means slaves. You shall be led away as slaves. 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 Read.
Into all nations.
Unto all nations. Haiti is a nation. Jamaica, America, Europe, England, the west coast of Africa. We were scattered everywhere in slavery. Read.
And Jerusalem.
And what?
And Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, which is our motherland,
shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, meaning stepped on by the Gentiles. In order to walk, you must step. God is saying the people in that land over there, they're not the real Jews. They don't belong there. That's our homeland. But God kicked us out of there because we continue to break his laws like we do until this very day on the island of Jamaica. Go back to 2 Thessalonians.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you.
God is saying let no man deceive you. You Jamaicans, you've been deceived. Those people right there are the ones that's been deceiving you. The other nations have been deceiving you. Christianity has been deceiving you. Read.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come.
Slavery shall not come. You being led into captivity shall not come.
Except there come a fall away first.
Until there be a falling away first. The falling away first is the captivity. Read.
And that man of sin be revealed.
Who's that man of sin? Paul is saying that man of sin must be revealed. Who is that man of sin? Who's that man of sin? Brother right there with the blue. Who's that man of sin? The Bible said the man of sin must be revealed. Who is pushing homosexuality on the island of Jamaica? Who's doing it? Who is behind the LGBT movement? Who's doing it? Who is pushing sodomy and homosexuality in Jamaica? The white man. The white man. The white man. The image of the beast. Yes, the white man is doing it. He's doing that's conquering all nations and pushing democracy, Christianity. You may think this is racist, but guess what? It's the truth. It is the truth. You've been lied to. Our people have been lied to all these years. Read.
Who opposeth and the son of perdition? Who opposeth and exalteth?
The son of perdition means the son of destruction. The white man is the son of destruction, and we're going to prove that. Read.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God?
Who on this earth, process of elimination, because many of you might say, especially the woman, because we know that the woman is easily deceived. Who on this planet earth opposes and exalteth himself above God? Who? I can't hear you. You're mumbling. I can't even talk to you because you're mumbling. The Pope? Okay, what race is the Pope? Let's just say it's the Pope, but what nationality is the Pope? The white man. The white man. The white man exalteth himself above God. You know why? Because he puts this image up as God. He said the white people resemble Jesus Christ. He's the disciples. He's the angels. He's God. That's how he exalts himself above God. In the court system, they make you swear on the Bible, right? They make you swear on the Bible. But the laws that they're supposed to uphold, they're not upholding them. They're not upholding them. Read.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that...
And that is worshipped. When you go to Christian churches, what image are they worshiping? The brother right here with the cross is his neck. When you think about a cross, who are you thinking about? This man right here. This is the man that the whole world is worshiping. This is the man that the whole world is worshiping. Caesar Borgia. Because Christ in the Bible was a black man. Out of the line of Judah. There's no such thing as a white Christ. There's no such thing as a white Christ. That is the vain imagination in your own mind, which was put there by Christianity. Read.
So that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God.
Who sits in the temple of God? Like the sister said, the Pope in Rome. Who sits in the temple of God? The white man, the white man, the white man. Read.
Sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
You hear that, sister? The Bible said the son of perdition, the wicked, that man of sin, exalteth himself above God. Now let's go back to Revelation. Remember, keep that in your mind. Perdition means destruction. Destruction. Keyword destruction. Give me Revelation 6 verse 12 real quick. We're going to run through it. Revelation 6:12. Come on. Come on. Come on. Read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal.
These are the seals that you read about in the book of Revelation. Read.
And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal. And lo, there was a great earthquake.
There was a great earthquake when the sixth seal was opened. Read.
And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair. And the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together.
So what makes the appearance of a scroll as it is rolled together? When a nuclear bomb hits, the aftermath is a mushroom cloud. So that sixth seal is talking about destruction. Keep in mind the number 6. 6. 6 means destruction. Okay? I'm talking to you. All right? Now go to Revelation 9 verse 13.
The book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 13. And the sixth angel.
Now we're going to the sixth angel. Remember the number 6, because the sister said the 666 is a hand gesture, but that is not so. Now we're going to the sixth angel. Read.
Revelation chapter 9, verse 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying, the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in a great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month.
That's a time period. The Most High held back the angels until his elect was sealed, to release the armies of the earth to cause World War III. That is how Christ is going to make his second return. World War III. Thermonuclear war. Missiles. ICBM missiles. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. Fire! Fire Agabon! Over here on the island of Jamaica. And the only people that's going to live through it are those who keep the commandments of God in the faith of Christ. That's the only people that's going to be rescued from this third world war.
That's right.
So the angel, the sixth angel represents destruction. The sixth seal represents destruction. Now let's get the sixth vial. Revelation 16 verse 12.
The book of Revelation chapter 16, verse 12. And the sixth angel pour out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up.
The great river Euphrates is found in the Middle East, where Iran is located, Iraq around there. Read.
That the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Might be prepared for what? For war, for battle, for Armageddon, for World War III, for destruction. Read.
And I saw 3 unclean spirits like
Revelation 13:18. So far we went through the sixth seal, the sixth angel, and the sixth vial, sister, and they all represent, guess what, destruction. 666 is not a hand sign. I could do this till kingdom come. What the hell is this? I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. What is that? That's just hand gestures. 666 is a mark of the man, and we're going to read about him right now. Revelation 13 verse 18, and give me Psalms 137 after.
Revelation chapter 13 verse 18.
Listen up, listen up. So you Jamaicans, the tribe of Benjamin, won't be deceived from your pastors. Listen up.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
So the number of the beast is the number of a man. The beast, read the beast, give me the beast.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast.
The first beast was Rome. America is an extension of Rome. America is an extension of Rome. Read.
And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
Meaning the image of the beast. The image of the white man. Read.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
His wound was healed during the Renaissance period. The Renaissance, what does the word Renaissance mean? Brother right there, you look like you have some intelligence. What does the word Renaissance mean? You don't know? Anybody know? Anybody know what Renaissance means? Well, all we know is dancehall reggae, bounty killer, vibes, cartel, Capleton. That's all we know on this island, right? Nobody knows what Renaissance means? Renaissance means rebirth. The rebirth of whom? Because the word re means to come back. The coming back into power of the white man. The Renaissance period. Read.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven.
Hold on. What man on this earth did great wonders? Because this is not, the word beast is not talking about a dog or a dragon that can literally walk. What nation of people made fire to come down upon the earth? What nation of people made fire to come down on the earth? Anybody know? Anybody heard about Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Japan? You can ask them Japanese people about that. World War II, the atom bomb. Albert Einstein created the atom bomb. Anybody heard of that? Who developed missiles to come down from the sky? Nuclear missiles and atom bomb. The so-called white man. Yes, your buddy, the so-called white man, is written in the Bible. God calls him the man of sin, the son of perdition. God calls him 666. You hear that, sister? 666. It's not a hand gesture, but it's the number of a man. What man? The white man. Read.
And he doeth great wonders.
He doeth great wonders.
So that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man.
In the sight of man. What man dropped the atom bomb? They said the World War II was over because God is surely with these people. The atom bomb ended World War II. Go back to Revelation 13 verse 18.
Revelation chapter 13 verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
It is the number of a man, sister. So we just showed you that 666 is a number that represents destruction, because the end of the white man is destruction. You think the so-called white man is going to oppress you forever? God only raised them up to chastise you, to bring you into captivity, so you may return back to the Father. Because God has your number. The only time you Jamaicans call on God is when you're being afflicted. That is the so-called, that's the problem with you so-called Negroes. The only time you worship God is when you're being afflicted. God knows you. God knows your number. He knows the number of the Haitian blacks, the American blacks, right? The Hispanics, because we make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Hosea 5:15 and in Psalms 137.
The book of Hosea chapter 5 verse 15. I will go and return to my place.
God, the Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the creator of the universe, said he shall go and return to his place. Meaning God is going to turn his back on us. When did that happen? From slavery up until now. And we're going to read it. Read.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Until you Jamaicans acknowledge your offense. Until these men stop selling drugs on this corner. Until you come out of Christianity. Until you men stand up and be husband to your wives.
Stop committing adultery. Stop committing idolatry. Stop buying and selling today, which is the Sabbath. Stop celebrating Mother's Day, which is the worship of women, ISIS. Stop celebrating Father's Day and all these wicked religions you can never read about in the Bible. Stop celebrating Christmas. God said he's going to return to his place until you acknowledge your offense. How do you acknowledge your offense? By reading the laws out of the Bible and keeping God's commandments. You're looking at me like I have 5 heads. Have you not heard about the commandments of God? Have you not read about the commandments of God that Moses gave the children of Israel? That Moses gave to your forefathers in the wilderness? God said he's going to return to his place until you acknowledge your offense. Read.
And their affliction.
In their what?
And their affliction.
What are some of the afflictions you Jamaicans are catching? Black on black crime. Jamaica has the highest murder rate. What are some of the other afflictions you catching? Poverty. Look at this. All of these stores are owned by your enemies. The Japanese. You think the Japanese people give a damn about you so-called Jamaicans? Why are they not putting the money that they make off you back into your community to build you up? Why are they not making housing for you? Why are they not giving you your own property to own your own business? Because they reap the benefits off of you. HIV, AIDS, syphilis. That's another way you're being afflicted. From not honoring the laws of marriage. For when a man is sleeping with 10 different women. For when women are freaking sleeping with other men outside of their marriage.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
In your affliction, you shall seek him early. When you catch in hell, you're going to seek him early. That's what the Haitians did when God brought the earthquake over there. Remember the earthquake that hit Haiti a couple of years ago? You seen everybody crying, oh Jesus, oh God, help us. Where was God before? When you was in the midst of Obia, which is on this land as well. When you're in the midst of voodoo, Christianity, worshiping the white man as God. Where was God then? But when all hell breaks loose, that's when you want to worship God. That's when you want to keep his commandments. Read.
Psalms chapter 137, verse 7.
So God is going to explain to you what this man of sin is. The so-called white man. The 666 is the number of a man, not a hand gesture. Read. Let's see what King David said about the so-called white man. Because every nation on this earth has a biblical name. It's just been changed during the process of time. Your original name was Benjamin, son of the right. You are the last born son of Jacob, the last child to be born. You are the youngest out of the children of Jacob. The so-called Jamaicans today, you make up the tribe of Benjamin. Read.
Psalms chapter 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
You hear what David said? David said, remember, God, the children of Edom. The so-called white man, the Caucasian today, him right there. That man behind you that's walking with the glasses. His biblical name is Esau. Esau, which means wasted away is he. Because he has no pigment in his skin. The blood shows forth in his skin. His body doesn't agree with nature. He can't stay in the sun or he'll get burnt. God calls him Esau, means wasted away is he. He has no melanin in his skin. David said, remember the children of Edom. Read.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem.
In the day of Jerusalem.
Who said, raise it, raise it.
Raise it, not raise, not lift it up, but raise it, raise it. R-A-S-E means destroy it, destroy it, destroy it. We've been warring with this man since back then up until today. He is known as Edom. Read.
Even to the foundation thereof.
Even unto the foundation thereof. You want to know where Capleton got that lyric from in that song he wrote? He's talking about this, what King David said. That's where Capleton got that. Even to the foundation thereof. Read.
O daughter of Babylon.
O daughter of who?
O daughter of Babylon.
O daughter of Babylon. Read.
Who art to be destroyed.
Who art to be destroyed. Future tense. Future tense. So the destiny of the so-called white man is destruction. His number 666 is destruction. That's what the Bible's talking about.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.